Hey guys, it's Monday, I'm Nicole, and you're watching lesbswag. Alright, so last time I lied, I'm not getting my haircut till Wednesday. Just putting that out there. Not a liar. I was just misinformed. Okay guys, so this week's topic is bullying. Not gonna try to make this video in the slightest funny. Just gonna talk to you guys about my personal experience with bullying and hopefully give some good advice. But my pre-advice to my advice would be to watch everybody's videos, because if you get 7 people's opinion on what you should do about bullying, I'm pretty sure you'll be decently informed. So my personal experience with bullying was, I think the most experience I've had with it was up until the middle of 7th grade, because I was born with a port wine stain birthmark on my neck. It used to be right here, bright red, about this big. I eventually had it removed due to emotional stress. I feel like kids were all over me with questions, teachers were all over me with questions, basically anybody in general had a lot of questions about it. It looked like a giant, out of control hickey. Parents looked at my parents as if they were beating me or something, which is outlandish. Kids would always come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's on your neck? What's wrong with your neck? Do you have a disease? What is that? Do you have something growing on you?" I don't know, I mean, that seems like something so small, but I feel like people picking on your personal appearance, which was something that I thought I couldn't change, and what, you know, most of the time you believe you can't change your physical appearance, that's something that affects you a lot. It was just something that I feel like I needed to be removed to feel better about myself. So we went to the doctor and basically wanted to know what we could do about it. Basically they said we could go through laser removal treatments, and so we did. And it took about 4 or 5 treatments, I believe. We'd do it once a month. We'd drive 6 hours to a hospital to get there, and it'd be like a 10-minute process, and then we'd leave. And then we'd come back the next month. And I'm gonna go ahead and post some pictures on an unlisted post on Tumblr that you can find in the description below, or I'll link it right here, like with a little annotation. I'm just gonna show you guys what it was up until I started getting treatments, during treatments, and then after treatments, which is my neck now, which is barely just like a tiny little spot. I've never been bullied because of my sexuality. In high school, I kept my relationships under wraps, until basically right when I left. That's when things exploded. Once I graduated, people found out. I'm sure people assumed before, but there weren't any rumors going around that I had heard, and nobody had approached me about any rumors about me being gay. But once I left, that's when stuff started to get a little crazy. I moved off to college 800, 900 miles away, and people back home were talking crap about me, which that didn't bother me. It's the fact that I had to hear from my mom that my little sister was coming home crying because people were assuming that she was gay and questioning her about my relationship relentlessly because they're that nosy. They were just like, "Hey, is your sister and so-and-so together? They're together, aren't they? Why can't you just tell me? Why can't you just tell me if she's gay? Are you gay because you're her sister?" People, people are ignorant. The first girl I dated, who I dated my sophomore year of high school, and we broke up, it was a bad breakup. We didn't talk at all after that. Basically, she became like this huge church freak, which, isn't a big deal. If you are super religious, cool, good for you, I'm happy for you. It's the fact that she had such a closed mind and such a high opinion of her beliefs that she automatically assumed that my sister was gay because she was related to me. So my sister had to deal with my life, which is completely unfair, which is something that I was not okay with. My sister's one of the strongest people I know. She handled it with grace, I feel like. You know, obviously she got upset, but the fact that we have an amazing mom, I'm sure that definitely saved her from any hard feelings that were gonna stay there for a long time. My mom's amazing. She's like both of our counselors. I think that's all that I know of bullying through personal experience, though. I'm not somebody that's had to deal with too much, which I am very appreciative for. If you are in a situation where you are feeling bullied, everybody else is going to say this in their video, but you need to talk to somebody. That is honest truth. You need to talk to somebody. You need to seek out any sort of resources that you have around you, whether that be through adults who can help you, whether that be through your friends. Anything that you can do to make yourself feel better, you need to do. And I mean that, I should add on to that, anything positive that you can do for yourself, you should do. I'm not saying that going out and drinking will make you feel better, and since it makes you feel better, that's what you should do, because I'm not saying that. That's not gonna help anything. Maybe in the moment it'll make you feel better, but that's not gonna fix your problems. You need to go to somebody in authority who can talk to you, who can try to help relieve your situation. And if the situation cannot be resolved, then you need somebody to talk to, whether that's an adult or your friend. If there's physical abuse that's going on and the adults around you can't help you or don't want to help you, you should go to the police if there's physical abuse. And if there is something going on within your home and maybe you can't go to the police, you need to find an outlet, and a positive outlet at that, whether that be through exploring music, playing music, writing, anything that lets your aggression or sadness out in a positive way. You should try to find something that can do that for you, because I know that not every situation can be solved through the help of others. Sometimes you need to seek help with yourself. But if you are in that area of your life and you don't have anybody to talk to, I would be more than willing to talk to you, as I'm sure would the other 6 girls on this channel and our 2 subs. We'd be more than happy to talk to you if you don't feel like you have anybody else to talk to or you need unbiased information. We're here for you. We love you. Just always remember that. You're not alone, and people want to help you. Even if we don't know you yet. We want to get to know you, and we want to love you. So I hope you guys have a great week. I love you.